It's going to be Alfie Davies. Well done to Alfie, and he'll receive you can all gather together as tight as you can. It's quite a small step, but yeah, if you can organise yourself in some way, it does seemingly work. So well done to our top three within the freshman class for the first race of the Ginetta Junior Championship.
Yeah, whilst all the other beamers were fighting through all the hot hatches for their quali lap, Brian just backed right off, so he had basically a whole lap with, you know, fresh air in front of him. I was like, very smart move there, seeing as it's going to be a one-lap shootout.
In the rookie class, and that's going to be Archie Clark. Well done, Archie.
I spoke to Anton with his new M3, and he's really excited for this weekend, but they're just sort of seeing how it goes, because he said he's done one track day with it, and it lasted 6 laps. But it did the whole qualifying session then without breaking down, so, but obviously with being stuck amongst all the hot hatches in qualifying, and with it obviously being that one lap shootout, he didn't get the best of timing, but with the race later, you know, he'll have a chance to, you know, stretch his legs in it, so. But yeah, I'm happy, you know, I was happy to see there's a lot more cars here than what it said on the entry list, because if not, I was like, oh, this isn't going to look too good.
And then we'll redress the podium for one last time, and again, we'll welcome the drivers up in reverse order, so it's going to be, on this occasion,
yeah, so there's 20 then.
Correct place, which they now are.
There was meant to be an Alfa Romeo 4C out in it, but it never showed up. Which, no, neither did I. It weren't on the entry list, but the commentator said it was down as one of the amendments. But
and also back onto the overall podium in second position, and then to the top step of the podium. Down here. All of them, and then they can jump together onto the top step of the podium, and I think they will save that bubbly, because there's still, as we said, 2 more races to come. That's the podium though for the Ginetta Junior Championship, round 14, Chris.
Thank you very much. Well, one of the key things that happened is that Gamble dropped down to 3rd place in the end.
You didn't miss much from the first free practice for British GT. Not many cars were doing many laps.
But the big story was Mike Taylor, the
most of the cars were just going in and, you know, like doing a lap at a time, and I'd say for the majority of the session there was probably only like in the teens going round, so.
But remember, it was a fairly challenging qualifying session that came fairly good in the end, managed to get up into 3rd place, with almost a damage limitation to some extent, but something went very wrong on that opening lap, and he now needs to fight his way through the field. Comfortable lead for the 59 car Thomas Bowles. Despite the pressure that he was on for about the first 3 corners, he's managed to get a lap of over a second. However, needs to be mindful, because the 2nd place car, which is actually number 24, James Nicholas, that Union flag liveried car, that started in 4th, is up into 2nd, just put in the new fastest lap of the race last time round, and so is trying to eat desperately into that lead, and is able to keep his eyes trained on the back of the car ahead of him of Balfe, because Gamble in that 23 car that sort of must be slightly damaged from the smoke that was coming out of the back of that car. It's got Caudle and Thomas, 51 and 77, in very close attention. In terms of the GT Academy, well, at the moment it's Emma Tomlinson that's leading the way in the number 47 car, ahead of the side of things, so really is nice to see. Here they come towards us. They're going to be putting 3 laps in the book of this 20-minute race. These are all Ginetta G56 cars, and here comes the Garage 59 car.
Oh, One thing I have been trying to work out through watching the practice sessions for British GT. So there's two of the GT4 Ginettas here. The rear bumper on both of them looks different. The DTO car looks like, I don't know how to explain it.
Lap time wise, might struggle to get much further than that. If the lap time's been
they're both meant to be Evos,
I would say
but
that Ali's able to get down by
they both look the exact same everywhere until it comes to the back end of the car. The DTO one just looks a little bit wider. Yeah, it's really weird.
Because she's leading the GT Academy fight, whereas Valley is in the rookie tussle. Last time round, new fastest lap of the race were to our race leader.
So because Beach Dean aren't here, is that why we've got the Audi?
Second place, but
yeah, that's all. And again, like the DTO Ginetta, that's not a full timer this year, so someone else must have
connected by the proverbial elastic.
Yeah, McLaren. I was just trying to work out what cars are missing as to why we've got like the Audi allowed to compete, which I know Beach Dean aren't here, which is one of them.
On the clock of this 20-minute race. At the moment, it does not look comfortable for Gamble in that 23 car sat there in third. Two cars hounding him, especially Cordell 51 directly behind him. Very much on the back of Gamble this time round. Onto the centre straight they come through, 4 laps into the book. That looks like a good run by the 51 car, closing on Gamble in towards Riches. He's looking towards the inside, but I think that was a psychological move rather than an actual move, because decided it wasn't safely on by the time they got to Riches, but just kept the nose there just to sort of make sure that it knew that was thinking about it, and all it takes is to distract the driver enough that they're watching too far into their mirrors, miss the braking point by just a fraction of a second, and it can change the dynamic of that corner and the positions very rapidly. So it was an interesting move. Nicholas did indeed get a new fastest lap of the race last time round. Gamble has held on to third place in the 23 car. Remember Mike Taylor, that was leading the rookie championship, jumped up another place up into 12th, which is 8th in the rookie fight. Needs to get past 2 more cars just to move up 1 place in the rookie championship standings in this race though, so not ideal. Gamble's under massive pressure going through. Oggy's up towards Williams there, just struggled to stick that car at the apex, so whatever damage we saw, the telltale wisps of smoke earlier, I still don't think that car is handling particularly brilliantly for Gamble, but at the moment he's still in a podium position, third. If he stays there, then we'll be able to find out what's going on. Thanks to Chris Collier, he said that car 30 was carrying down like it's in the rear of another, and that's the Taylor car, that's the rookie championship, when tumbling down through Collier, sir, for updating us on the front left. That gives us an indication that it was contact that sent it tumbling down through the order. But here comes Valve, still leading the way. Personal best lap, but that's still, interestingly, Nicholas is still quicker.
Minutes down the road from here. I was still up at 6:30 this morning. I went out to the cinema last night. When I was on my way home, I was like, oh, I can't be bothered to go get my MG this weekend, I'll just use my Clio. And then on my way home it hit me that my pass is in my MG. I was like, Well, it was gone 10 when I was on my way home last night, so I was like, no one will be up, so I won't be able to go get it now. So I was like, for fuck's sake, it's got up at 6:30 to go to her grandparents, and I was like, I just might as well use the MG this weekend now. I've had to go into the shed to get my pass out, so I was like,
one car of Jamie Cordell, the sort of turquoise flag on that white car, alerted me to that change having happened.
The estate.
20E. Yeah. And a big wiggle there from Cordell as he tried to get on the power, exiting the right-hander of Oggy's, but thankfully for him, no one was really able to take advantage of that, and if anything, that's put Gamble more into the clutches of Gareth Thomas, the 77 car directly behind him. He's done well, from 8th on the grid up to 5th in the running for Gareth Thomas. Their shout there. Academy fight. Somebody has got a 5-second penalty. Yeah, it's the 77 car of Gareth Thomas. Oh no, just as I was praising how well he was doing, Gareth Thomas is going to find out that he's got a 5-second penalty. It's the third of these 3 cars. I was looking through the windows to see if there's a punch the steering wheel moment. There wasn't. Emma Tomlinson's